And right now at 5:30, it is a whole new meeting for Love Thy Neighbor in Jacksonville Beach.
And that's where this man, in response to recent crime, is trying to revive a neighborhood watch program. Our Juliet Dreyer has this story for us, all new at 5:30.
By this point, we've all seen the videos. You know the one. A stranger walks up to a house, maybe looks in a window, jiggles the door handle or a car handle. Well, one Jacksonville Beach man wants to take the next step to keep his community safe.
We always joke and say we're going to take a permanent marker and put the Witt watch.
Justin Witt always has his eyes peeled, keeping watch over his South Jacksonville Beach neighborhood. He's lived here for 6 years and believes crimes like car break-ins and burglaries are on the rise.
And I've also just noticed a lot more, people on bicycles late at night that are going through the neighborhood, and sometimes you're wondering at 10:30 or 11 at night, what they're up to when they're slowly parking their bicycle outside of the house.
Witt says it wasn't until his sister moved down the street that he realized the extent of what was happening just outside his door.
We started constantly communicating about everything going on in the neighborhood, and then you start to realize the little things.
In the end, that worn-down sign gave Witt an idea. What if the whole neighborhood could communicate like they do? That's why Witt is leading the charge to start a neighborhood watch program to open lines of communication within the neighborhood and with Jacksonville Beach Police,
where we can report crimes going on, but also partnering with police if a crime's been committed to help identify who the suspect may be.
Witt plans to reach out to the police department in the coming days to get the ball rolling. We reached out to Jacksonville Beach Police to see what it takes to get a neighborhood watch started. They say it all starts with one person who's interested and reaches out to the police department. But in order for it to work, they need community involvement. So after that, they schedule a few community meetings to see if the commitment is there. In Jacksonville Beach, Juliet Dreyer, First Coast News on your side.